Hi everyone, this is Alice from Brilliant Day. Thank you very much for watching this video. Today we're talking all about our vision for 2016 and creating your vision. And I would love to talk you through using the template that I've provided, which you can download from the blog post. How you use this template to put your vision together for your business for 2016 or for any year. So I'm going to talk you through all of the sections in this template and how I suggest that you use them, but feel free to be flexible, and if you want to use things in a different way, that's absolutely fine. So first of all, this box here, so this, I believe, is where we should put our kind of mission statement or our big goals for our business or our careers. So for me, this box would say something like, I will be the go-to person for marketing support. I will help people to push through their blocks and conquer their fears to really be visible and to market themselves in the most brilliant way. So this obviously will be something that you'll write according to your vision and your business, but this is our real top line mission and vision, and this might actually be something that goes way beyond 2016 or goes beyond the next 12 months. So really go for it in terms of your thinking here, and push yourself a bit. Now in this next section here, I suggest that we get more specific. So this year, how many people do you want to help? How many sales do you want to make? And what does that mean for the number of people that you might have an impact on? So for me in 2016, I would like to help 50 people, so to coach and support 50 individuals. And I'll do this by coaching, by consultancy, by one-to-one support. And I'd hope actually that my work would help more than 50 people, but these are the kind of direct clients, the one-to-one clients that I want to get this year. So this help people buy is how you help them rather than a time scale. So as I said, for me that would be through coaching, through one-to-one support and through consultancy. Now this box here, I will feel, is really important when it comes to visioning, because this is loosely based on the law of attraction, and that's what that's about, is about really not waiting to feel good, not waiting until we've got the things that we want to feel good, but to feel good now, and with that sort of shift in energy to then attract those things to us. Now, as I said in the blog post last week, visioning is not a magic wand, and it isn't anything kind of woo-woo or crystals and tarots. It's not kind of spiritual for me in that way, but I definitely have experienced for myself that when I feel good, things just go better. I think clearer, I make better decisions, I attract people to me, I attract the things I need within my life, partly because I'm just feeling more positive. So I really encourage you to write how you want to feel in 2016, particularly if you've had a challenging 2015. So if you've had some struggles in your business or your personal life, if that's impacted on your mood or how you feel about yourself and your self-esteem, maybe set an intention to feel different this year. And that doesn't mean that we don't feel difficult feelings. That doesn't mean we push down feeling sad or feeling angry. But for me, I want to feel motivated, to feel inspired, to feel positive, to feel in control, to feel organised, to feel that things are flowing. So there are many ways that you could use to describe how you want to feel for 2016, and I suggest you put them in that box there. Now, this central box is very important, And I know that for some people this might be a bit terrifying. So to really put down in writing, in black and white, how much you want to earn in 2016. And I think the key for this part is to put something that's realistic but is still a stretch target. Um, you know, we'd all like to earn millions of pounds, millions of dollars. That isn't where my business is right now. If that's where yours is, congratulations, that's brilliant. Um, but, you know, we have to start where we are. In my first year of business, I earned less than £10,000, and in my next year of business, I wanted to double that and to keep incrementally increasing my earnings. So for me this year, I want to be earning comfortably within six figures, and I'm going to be putting down a value around six figures in here. But if you just covered your basic needs last year, you know, then and be realistic, double it, put it up by three quarters. Pick a target that will work for you and is something you can achieve within 12 months. And that's not to dampen anyone's aspirations, but I know for myself, really big targets, kind of throwaway targets, putting down a number because it sounds good, or it would, I know, putting down a number in a way that doesn't feel connected to reality doesn't help me, but actually putting down something that is realistic, that is achievable, that I'd still be really proud of, um, is definitely the way I'd go with this. And I've put or more because, as with anything in life, we can't be too specific or too tied down to particular outcomes because we don't know what's going to happen. I could write this vision for my business today and could get an amazing opportunity that I hadn't considered that's outside of my vision. Um, and if I'm too tied to a specific outcome, I'm going to suffer, and I'm going to come a cropper, as we'd say. So if I put or more, or to keep my objectives really loose, that leaves flexibility for something else to happen. Um, and if I'm too specific with a number, then maybe that's limiting myself too. So there's kind of an element of balance with this part. So we always put our aspirations to be wanting something or more, or another plan the universe may have that's positive for us. So in this box here, this is where I suggest you put your press goals this year. Now, I'm going to be talking more about press later this year. For me, press is always positive, in that it legitimises my business and it adds a weight of credibility to what I'm doing, and it helps customers to trust me when they've never met me. But it isn't the be all and end all. So it helps, but it gives a spike in sales, but it's never been, never been a magic wand. But I do want to feature in press this year. I want to feature in some blogs. I'd love to feature in a couple of publications. I know where those are. I know what ones I'd like to feature in. So I'm going to just write 3 or 4 in this box here, and I'd encourage you to do the same. If you don't know where you want to feature or where you could feature right now, that's okay. You can come back and fill that in later. Don't let any of the boxes put you off. If you're not feeling them, that's fine. Just move on. In this box down here, I suggest this is where you put about your social media following and your newsletter subscribers. If you are running an online business, or if you're a service-based entrepreneur, then having a social media following is critical. Yes, you can get business through word of mouth and through positive on referrals, and a lot of businesses do thrive that way. But most people do expect to find help and services online, particularly if you're trying to attract, your target market is people from, 20s up to mid 30s. Most people are going to be online, are going to be expecting to find you there. So we need to set some targets around how many followers we want to have. So I'm just going to add together my Twitter followers and my Facebook page followers and my private Facebook group members. And I'm going to be working on some other social media later on in the year, Instagram and possibly Pinterest. So I'm going to add up all my followers and put them in these boxes in terms of how many people I'd like to have. And I also really need to build and want to build my newsletter subscribers. So, you know, we need a large number of subscribers in order to really get the return that we want. I certainly do for the earnings target that I need. So I'd like to have subscribers in the thousands, and I'm going to put my target in there. Now I've left these two little boxes empty. Maybe there are some things that you would like to add in there for yourself. That gives you some flexibility. If there's some particular things you want in 2016, you can pop those in there for yourself. And this box here in this bottom right corner is about the working context. So I don't know about you, but I'd really like to work less hours and earn more money within that time. I really want to spend more time with my family, with my little daughter, and with my partner and my friends, and also to just have some time for myself, quite frankly. So I want to work less days in the week ultimately this year than I did last year. So you can put whatever number works for you. If actually you want to work more than you did last year, that's absolutely fine. You can have your target going upwards rather than downwards. And this is about the working context. So you might want to work your days in a library. You might want to work them in a funky office space. You might want to be in a shared working environment. You might want to have a beautiful clutter-free study at home. You might want to work in a shared space in someone else's office, or maybe on a boat or on a desert island. Whatever you want to do, put your working context in there. I think it's particularly important for entrepreneurs to be clear about their working context, because the practical side can really get in the way, I find. So if I haven't set a clear intention about how and where I want to work in the year, I find I'm trying to squeeze my work into my life rather than being really clear that I'm going to go and sit in a cafe every day and work, and I'm not going to leave until, you know, my hours are up. There's something really powerful about making that strong intention. So I'm just going to get page 2. So this is the back page, or if you printed it, print it on 2 single sheets and then you can pin them up on your wall. So the top 2 boxes, this first one is about collaboration. So I believe that one of the key things that we need to do as entrepreneurs is to collaborate more. The collaborations that I've had have always increased my business, increased my sales, increased my positivity. They've really made a positive impact, and there are some key people that I would like to collaborate with this year. And I'd really encourage you to think about how you could collaborate with your competitors, because although we might think that people within the same field as us will feel very defensive and not want to work with us and see us as a threat, actually there is a real benefit in working with and collaborating with people who are in not competing fields, but in the same field, maybe a complementary field, maybe with the same target customers but offering a slightly different service. But even if you're offering the same service, what you're going to bring to that is very different from that of your competitor, because there is only one you and there is only one them. And as long as we're authentically trying to run our own businesses and not copying someone else, there really shouldn't be any problem with that. So think about who you'd like to collaborate with, who you think would boost your business, and where you can be of service to someone else, and write those people within these lines here. Now this next box is really critically important to my business, particularly with my goal to trying to work less hours, and this is about outsourcing. When you start up, it's very difficult to financially pay other people to deliver parts of your business, but it might be that there are aspects you can outsource. So do you need to outsource some branding help, even if just temporarily? Do you need a virtual assistant who can do your tax and bookkeeping? Is there someone that could help you with your social media? So you have a think, would you really like to outsource this year? What do you want off your to-do list and for someone else to take care of? Because what I found is that when I have got really clear about what I want to outsource, and also how much that might cost me, the money has come in to do that work, and I've also met the person that I would like to outsource. So someone's hooked me up, or I've met them, or someone's recommended another entrepreneur to me. So have a think about what you would not like to work on, what you want someone else to help you with next year, and put that in this blue box here. Now this kind of big pink section is really critical to your vision. And it's about the products and services that you are going to launch or push or promote this year. Now, I know, like the financial box on the first page, this might also bring up some fear and some anxiety. But we have to start somewhere. And if you are finding, as I'm talking through this with you, or as you start to work on it, that you start to get a bit fearful, or some anxiety pops up, or there's a voice in your head telling you none of this will ever happen, check out my blog post later on this week, which talks about dealing with the fear that comes up when we start a vision, because it's very common that this happens. We start to try and think outside of our comfort zone, and it becomes uncomfortable, and the brain, or the head goblin, as I like to call it, starts to chatter and to keep me where I am. And there are some techniques that I use when this happens for myself, which I'm going to share with you later on in the week. But for right now, just let's set that aside, and have a think about what products and services you want to that you want to prosper this year, and write them in the box. So these might be online products, they might be face-to-face products, they might be actual physical products. But are there some key things that you were saying last year, right, I'm definitely going to get X done this year. What I really need to do to push my business forward is to have an online course. What I really need to do is to develop an opt-in and to build a mailing list. What I really need to do is develop a series of videos. Whatever the I really need to do is, that's where you want to put that, to really make it clear and visible for yourself, and to remind yourself where you need to focus your energy. And then finally, I've got this box here. So if you've been following my Following Brilliant Day, you'll know that I like affirmations, and I like kind of inspirational mantras. So I would encourage you to write one for yourself here. So my mantra for this year might be, work will flow easily to me, and I will love my work and feel inspired. So it's personal to you. It doesn't have to be something you've copied from someone else, or it can be if there's something you particularly like that someone else has said. Put that in here. If you need some inspiration, check out my Facebook page. There's quite a lot of the mantras and affirmations that I use and that I've put together, and other people have shared with me on there. But put something in here, because we all have difficult days. We all have days when we feel discouraged and we don't feel like showing up. Maybe things have kind of gone wrong, or we feel disappointed. And to use this tool, this vision tool that you're going to put together, to revisit, why you're doing all of this, what it means to you, will really help you and will help to motivate you again. And this box here, the mantra, would be really good if you used it to put your why. So why are you doing this in the first place? What makes your heart sing about your work, or what do you think will make you happy in what you're doing, and how could you put that into a statement that means that's happening for you right now? So I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions at all, please drop me an email or pop a comment in Facebook or on the bottom of the blog post. Please share with me your wonderful vision, your vision work. Email them to me, or take a little picture and stick it on Facebook. I'd love to see them. And I hope that you enjoy using this tool, that you give yourself some space to really think about what you want for next year. And I hope to see you again soon.